guys, welcome back to my channel and to what I eat in a day. Now it's currently a Saturday. Normally I would film these on a Friday and have them up on Saturday, but actually next week I'm away. I'm hoping to get this up on Sunday, but it is a Saturday today. But then there won't be the normal video on Wednesday, unfortunately, because I'm going to be away, so I'm not going to be able to edit or anything like that. So hang tight, the next one should be going live the following week. So I hope you're all good. I hope you're all enjoying them so far. The comments have been amazing, keep them coming. I know I don't get to reply to them very often just because of time, but I do read every single one, so keep the comments coming. Also, I've lost about 4 pounds since I started this. Anyway, you'll notice I'm not in makeup, and that is because we're in the garden a lot of the day today, building Harrison's birthday present, which was a trampoline, or one of his presents was a trampoline, so we're building that. So I've not bothered to put makeup on. I'm in my comfies, and I have had breakfast this morning, which I'll insert now. Alright, so I'm going to whip up a quick breakfast. I'm going to have porridge, as I mentioned, and I think it would be great to kind of see the point value, because I actually don't know the point value of Ready Brek. I have a feeling it's between 3 to 4 points a serving, but I figured we would just check. So I have some milk heads, these semi-skimmed. I've also got some blueberries just to scatter on top, and then my beloved Biscoff spread, which I'm going to swirl into the hot porridge, which if you've not done this, you need to try it. I always say, but I've not had Ready Brek in ages. As I suspected, it is 3 points per serving, which if you want to know what that is in grams, it is 30 grams. I'm going to track that, and then I want to see what 30 grams looks like, just to see if they're realistic portions. I think it would be really interesting to know. So yeah, I'm just going to pop that in, weigh out 30 grams of porridge. Make sure you weigh it out before you pop your milk in. And actually, this is probably more than I would normally have put in, if I'm completely honest. Now this doesn't look it, but it's actually quite a deep bowl. So I'm going to add the semi-skimmed milk, stirring as I go to get it to the right consistency. But I might add a little bit more milk when it comes out of the microwave. I am a person that does Ready Brek in the microwave, guys. Don't judge me. But yeah, I don't really have time or the patience to stand with it over a stove. But if you don't have a microwave, you can absolutely do that. That is out of the microwave. I'm going to add a tiny splash of milk, just because I find it can become a little bit kind of stodgy straight after the microwave. But this is that warm that milk will not cool it down too much. Now I'm going to add some of my blueberries. I'm going to add quite a few actually, because I love blueberries in porridge. And then just to be a bit bougier, I'm also going to add a little bit of demerara sugar to the top. Now I'm not going to track this. This is what my weeklies are for. I'm not having a cup of tea. Not that I would have sugar in my tea, but if I was having a coffee, I would have a sweetener. Although I've kind of stopped doing that as well. But I am going to add this for a little bit of crunch. But before I do, I'm going to add a little bit of Biscoff. Now you don't need much of this. I'm going to use like a point value, which it isn't much at all, but it really does give a nice bit of flavour. And if I use a bit extra, a bit more than a point, I'm not too fussed. Pop that on the top, and that will slowly kind of start to melt. Or you could just stir it in straight to the porridge. But before I do, I'm just going to add a scattering of demerara sugar, again just for a little bit of crunch. There you have it, a beautiful warming Biscoff porridge with blueberries. And for lunch I'm gonna have something a bit more substantial. So I'm gonna have some eggs. Now of course they're free on Blue. And I'm also going to have some bacon and some sourdough bread, and I'm very much looking forward to it, because honestly, working in the cold, I want something nice and warm. So that's what I'm going to have. So I'll point all of that up in a moment. And then for dinner tonight, I'm not too sure. I've taken some mincemeat out. The world is my oyster. I'm thinking about having a look on the WW app and seeing if there's a good recipe that I want to follow. If not, I'll just make something up of my own. But nothing on the radar as of yet, but I will update you. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, and let's get on with lunch. Okay, so the Tesco rashers that I'm using are 3 points for 2, so I'm going to track that. It's absolutely fine for me. And I'm going to have 2 eggs, which I'm going to kind of do scrambled, so nice and simple. So I'm going to just put my eggs in here, and then I'm also going to add a tiny splash of milk, which I still have left over from this morning. I'm not going to add much, but I do think it adds a nice fluffy texture and a nice creaminess to scrambled eggs. And I'm going to just add simple salt and pepper seasoning as well, so literally just a splash, that is enough. and some salt. And that is good enough for me. I'm just going to give that a nice mix, break it all down. The bacon still has a couple more minutes on the grill, so I'm going to get to tracking my bread. This is the Tesco sourdough. Now what I tend to do is I will scan the barcode, but because it's just lunch, I would tend to take the smallest piece and then I'll weigh it, because honestly I don't really need too much, but sometimes I will have 2 slices, but because I had porridge I'm okay. So I'm just gonna get my barcode, track this, and then we will weigh it out in grams. I think that's gonna be like 2 points if that, but we'll see. It's not liking his barcode. There we go. And this is 3 points per slice, but again, I'm gonna change that to grams and see what this really small slice equates to. So in grams, this is 36 grams. So let's see if that changes the point value, which it often does. So I'd always check it. Yeah, 2 points, exactly. So I'm glad I did that, because otherwise I would have been tracking more than I needed to. Later now, and I'm just gonna have a banana, and then I'm gonna prep everything that I need to make for dinner. I've decided to make beef Thai noodles, so we'll start that, but for now I'm gonna have a banana. So I'm just about to make dinner, and this is the recipe that I am making. This is 12 points, which is perfectly fine for me because I think I have about 15 left. And the recipe is quite simple. It is serving 4, but each person will have 12 points for their meal. So here's the recipe. I'll just kind of go down slowly so you guys can see and screen grab it, but it's dead simple. The first thing I need to do is to get my veg prep, so I'm going to get all of my ingredients out. I'll talk you through those and then I'll get to making it, but it looks delicious and I don't have noodles very often, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Okay, so just thought I'd talk you through the ingredients. We have some 5% steak mince here, we have some thin rice noodles, some white wine vinegar, some oyster sauce, you can use fish sauce as well, sesame seed oil or sesame oil, dark soy sauce. I've got some lazy ginger because they had no fresh in Tesco. This was the only thing that they had, so I've got that, but normally I would use fresh. 2 cloves of garlic, 2 carrots, a courgette, which the recipe doesn't call for, but I'm going to add it anyways because it needs eating, and I also have some spring onion here. Is honey. I don't have honey, so I'm going to switch it to algav, which is actually lower in point value, so I'm also going to take a point off this recipe because this is much kinder in relation to calories, so I've switched that up. I'm just going to add the classic white wine vinegar. I'm just going to add my ginger that I'm going to grate in. Actually, sorry, no, my garlic that I'm going to grate in. And then I'm going to add some of this very lazy ginger, which is actually the name for it. I'm not just, well, it is a lazier way to prepare ginger, but I have to say, ginger is a faff. But it is much nicer when you can get it fresh. So I am an advocate for using fresh ginger. However, if they don't have it, instead of not using it at all, I will opt for the lazy. And I actually have used these before. I think many moons ago they actually sent me a selection of their jars, including the chili, and they are really good. It's just nothing really compares to the real thing, does it? Or not the real thing, but the fresh. had dinner. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed that actually. It was really simple. The marinade, there wasn't much to it, but it was packed full of flavour and the noodles really absorbed it well. And I actually have 3 points left, but that can account for stuff like the demerara sugar from this morning, the Biscoff and that kind of thing. I feel like it all levels out in the end. I am going to end the night with my nightly orange, which I'm going to have now actually. And then I'm going to call it a day, but thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have a break now until, I would say, the next video that goes live is likely to be on Sunday of next week, so I'll do a week apart, but then after that they're going to go back to their Wednesday, Saturdays. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next one.